welcome back to the channel. Today's video I thought I would let AI decide my color palette for today's video. And yeah, stay tuned. Hey everyone, for this drawing I thought I would make use of ChatGPT and try to find good colors because I want to find some new colors that I haven't used before. And yeah, I think this is the best place if you want any ideas of art, but I don't use it for creating ideas anymore. I stopped doing it for image generation, and this is the purest way I thought was possible by just doing this. So we'll see what I actually come up with. So basically I just asked for what colors to use and it showed me, and I did the hex code and stuff like that. So I'm telling it to pick 3 colors that to use in my drawing. So I just told it to pick randomly. I mean, I liked the colors and I thought they were cute. A lavender, sage green, and soft peach. I would never think to use all those 3 colors together. I mean, this is finding ways that I thought was impossible. So maybe in some ways, yes, it is helpful, but I wouldn't use it if I wanted to generate an image because I could easily create it in Procreate, and I thought this was sort of like a different way that we can do it and create something that is unlike anything I ever made. So after that, I just used the idea of a cat curled up on a window, which I sort of like adjusted to what I wanted, but this is basically the same idea that I was going towards, but I don't know what to put into words to think about it. It was just like spur of the moment. Like I created this by myself, but I also used the idea. And here I'm just copying the hex code here. So for that, I just had to go back and forth. Apparently you can copy in the hex code anymore. I don't know why it wasn't working, maybe because I was recording, but something definitely happened. So I had to go back and forth for this. So I'm just gonna skip to the part where you finish doing it, so then you have an idea of what I was going towards. What I should have done is I should have copied it directly in the text on the canvas and just copied it from there, or just went back and forth. That is just so annoying that I couldn't paste the hex code. I mean, that would have took so much more or less time. So for this, I just had to go back and forth, trying to figure out what exactly it wasn't doing. Copying and pasting at first, it wasn't working, so I had to think of a grand plan and just type it out myself, which sort of took forever, which is probably most of this video. So I'm just gonna forward to the next part, so see here. So hopefully you see the color now. I don't know why it didn't let me copy it, but I did go back and forth just to type in what exactly hex code that I actually needed for this. It's really crucial, especially if you're dealing with colors here. You always do everything in hex code, because any one different number or letter can change the color or the hue of the color, which I think that makes colors more different than what you're actually used to. So for here, we just created a simple canvas here. We just used the screen size for the iPhone, which is probably the normal part. I have to take that out. So here we just have to go to the black. So we're gonna use Studio Pen here and create a basic simple cat. We just had to create an oval shape, then ears, then a tail, then the body part, and then I thought it's actually pretty easy. This is actually my first attempt at drawing cat, which I think isn't so bad. It looks exactly like a cat. Like sometimes I have in my mind that what a cat looks like, then I draw it, then I'm like surprised that I can draw animals. Like, I've never actually drawn a cat like this before. I mean, I've drawn an owl and stuff, but this cat was like, I did it all by myself, which I created sort of like a silhouette because I thought it would look more realistic, and then I tried adding the eyes part, but that was so weird. So now I'm just doing the window here. For the window, I just decided to do a green color, just like a generic green color, which will sort of cover it at the back part of the cat there. The cat is basically the center point of it, and then so what I did is I changed the color to it, made one that's full screen, then you made one that's right here, and use it as an orange. The orange is basically where I'm gonna add the sky and the sunset and everything. That's sort of where it came together, and the green is the window. I don't know, I've sort of thought like to use orange for the window, but I thought green was like so much more better. I think it adds some sort of softness, and I just like a green window. I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen a green window, but I don't know, I just liked using this green color. I thought it would make it more lively instead of just using the generic white or black colored windows. I mean, the colored windows are not actually black, but you know. But for this, I thought to add is the green color because it felt much more like simple and elegant, and I thought it would bring a little more brightness, and green is actually a good color to work with, and also ChatGPT suggested the colors, so it was actually great. I mean, it wasn't too dark, it wasn't too light, it was just in between that color, and I thought that was so special when I added. Here I'm just gonna add a vertical for the window here. Just gonna add it, just drop the color. I use the transforming tool or whatever, I don't know what you call it, but that's more easier than having to draw lines every time. It just makes the art look more simpler and elegant and put together. So then I duplicated this horizontal thing to both of the sides. Then I'm gonna put it together, then reduce it, then use the transforming tool and make it much more smaller, because I didn't think of the adjustments, but it looks so much better when the windows actually half the size of the cat. Then it doesn't give the illusion that the cat is looking out the window. It's just for perspective, and then art reasons I thought it would be more simpler just to reduce it to this size. Yes, it does make it look weird, but it does add some sort of greatness into the art. It adds some more perspective and simplicity, and just the way it worked together, I just thought like, bravo, like this is amazing. Like, you can create art just the way you like it. I mean, it doesn't matter at all. It just matters that you're doing it how you thought it would. And then I actually redid this a couple of times, but just to make sure that it's going the right way that I actually planned for it to actually happen, which I couldn't even agree even more than that I can make this. So yeah. Next I'm gonna add are the colors, the sort of like gradient there, the gouache, whatever you call it. I'm going to add a clipping mask and just sort of like go like back and forth, creating this perfect sunset. I don't know, I just love drawing sunsets in general, and just it makes it look more pretty. And I don't know, just plain skies just look plain to me. Maybe next time we can add some clouds and stuff. So then after that I added a blobs of the white clouds. I really like this texture because it's soft and nice and beautiful, and just the way it just works out just makes it all come true, you know. I just love when, and then using the smudge tool to sort of make it smooth, and it adds sort of movement into the clouds and making it nice. And last but not least, the ground. I just decided to add sort of like this carpet, and then I wanted to make it hardwood, but then I was like, nope. So I used this orange color. I think that was the last color that, no, I actually added a few colors from the original. I think there's only 3 of them, but then I added 2 more colors because I thought it would be much more better. And yeah, it just looked like a cute carpet down there. I tried to add the wood, but I didn't really like it, so instead you just have to just add this thing at the bottom here. At the bottom, at the really bottom, at the bottom of the tree. And then I'm adding the other color below. I'm just gonna add an orange color there at the bottom of it, just putting it together. And I always loved art, and this one feels a little bit more like something different, and then something that is definitely unusual, but I think it's cool in some way that it sort of acknowledges everything and sort of puts it together like it's beautiful and elegant, and it's just art that speaks to me. And I think that this is probably one of my favorite arts that I made, because I made so much art that I always forget about the process and how far you come to making it look so good. And sometimes it's hard to do art, and ChatGPT gave me a great idea. I just used it and implemented it. And yes, we should be afraid of AI, but this is your sign that maybe you should use it to help you as a tool, not necessarily like take away your ability to be creative. And I just wanted to put the point that it's okay not to be perfect at art. Sometimes you underestimate yourself, and sometimes you don't think you can do something this great, but I think it is possible to do art even with AI. There's just use it as a tool to improve your art, not as something that you should be against. And that's me just blabbering for 16 minutes, but I just enjoy just spending time with you guys creating this art, and hopefully you guys subscribe and like this video. And let me know what other ideas that you have for an iPhone wallpaper. And yeah, that is today's video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you'll subscribe and stay along for this ride. And I just want to thank you guys for watching today's video. I had so much fun, and hopefully we can make more gems like this. So yeah, and this is iPhone wallpaper that I love so much. I feel like it belongs on a case, which I hope that I can do someday. So yeah, it's me, Artsense, and I hope you guys enjoy my video, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. And actually, we're gonna finish this, aren't we?